Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down Premier League games with my over plus 20 years of coaching experience to teach you something new about the game. Maybe you want to be a better coach, or you want to use some of my insight into becoming a better player and not make the same mistakes that these Muppets do on the field. Today we're doing Manchester United against Crystal Palace, and I could have already told you Man United were going to lose this game because the manager doesn't have a clue. And the reason why he doesn't have a clue is because he's beaten them 3-0 in the week. And when you're genuinely doing that and you're going to play them the next day, the other manager's setting you up. So clearly Roy Hodgson, with his experience, I know that this is going on because I've done this personally myself with teams. I know I need to beat them in the league. I let the game go because I'm learning how to beat them and what exactly to do. So Crystal Palace sets up perfectly to beat Man United here. And also I'm going to show you why Marcus Rashford is an absolute terrible football player in in the one clip I've got. I don't have enough. I watched the game, but genuinely all he ever does is stand still and lose the ball. That's all he ever does. But I'm going to show you a bit of why he's bad in a second. First of all, we're going to go through this goal. So all basically Roy Hodgson was trying to look to do was play for set pieces, corners, and try to get a breakaway. He had a couple of breakaways. Honestly, they could have put made it 2-0. But United team don't really know what they're doing. And if you're relying on players like Casemiro, who, let's be honest, is a Real Madrid cast out, that's not a Man United level player. He might have been a Man United level player 5 years ago when he was at the top of the game. But there is just nothing in this team anymore. I don't know what's going on. But, well, I do, but I just can't really say. So we're going to watch this straight away. Obviously, it looks like a bit of a melee going on in the box. We've got a free kick here. And let's play this forward and see what we got. As we start playing this forward, boom, we can see there's quite good movement, to be honest. There's everyone's making their little runs. People are pointing out stuff. Not bad, not bad. All of a sudden, when the ball starts to break, watch what happens here. This is called identifying what's going on, right? First of all, I love this. There's a guy stood in the D. That's one of my favourite places for someone to stand, is to keep the pressure on. If you look at how they are set up, look, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players and people in the box. Why is this important? If this ball comes in and breaks in any one of these areas, they can recycle the ball and go again. United can't. United are in a big bundle and everyone has gone to the ball. This wee man hasn't gone. Lost his marker completely. Dump, smash. Straight into the goal. Off we go, Sonny. Straight into the net box. Bump. Easy goal. Completely unmarked. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone stops marking and runs off after the ball. But you can see they've got such better shape around the box. They know exactly what their jobs are and they do them well and they execute. Honestly, 2 seconds ago, if you look, 2 seconds ago, he was marked. All of a sudden, as we move it forward, he's not. Completely missed the player. Completely didn't know what he was doing. Doesn't really understand his job, and it's one of these things. I was watching this game, and most of the job of the Man United players were complaining about little things, like Mason Mount. He had his hands up all the time, complaining about how long it was taking to take throw-ins. When you're doing that, that means you're mentally weak. That means you are focused on how much time they're wasting on a throw-in instead of you being good at football. It's like the lowest thing. If you've got players moaning about things like that, you know you've already beaten them. Mentally, they're broken. They're easy to beat. But let's get onto that Rashford clip and I'll show you why he's bad at the football and you can really understand it. Okay, so this is the wonderful crossfield ball that I'm going to be talking about, but I want you to notice what he does. Watch Rashford, what he actually does here. As the ball comes across, bump, he receives the ball and he's got a space to run into. Great. Because all he can do, he can run a bit and he can kick a bit. Now he's running into that gap. Watch what he does next. Play it to his feet. Play it back to him. Play it back to him. Nope, he can't do it. He smashes the ball to the other end of the field for some reason. And he's got, I think this is Mason Mount, and sitting there, look at him, screaming for the ball. Screaming for the ball there in the middle. He doesn't have the ability to play a pass to there. Doesn't have it. Remember, this is at pace, so the defenders aren't going to be able to stop that pass because they're running towards the goal. I might need to turn my webcam on so you can see all my hand gestures and all my stupid movements when I'm yelling at the screen about how bad these players are. I might have to start doing that next week. But you can see he's completely unmarked, and all he's got to do is play the ball there, and it's 1-1. Doesn't do it. He's terrible at the football. But there we go. I'll do more bad Marcus Rashford analogy and probably the next time United play. I'll see you next time. We've got a lot of games to do today.